Do you want to open it?
Yes. Yeah, Bill, come on.
Well, hey, welcome to Further Dads. I'm Bill Compton, related to Will Compton. And, glad to be here. Glad to be with Sherm.
He came in. Welcome, PT Sickos, to our For the Dads episode. He came in and was so kind right off the bat. Just gave me the warmest hug. He goes, "We talk about you all the time back home, watching For the Dads, and like, I'm so happy to see you." I was like, oh
he forgot we were doing this until we were driving over here. He thought we were driving to the dad combine. And I was sitting there, I turned the music down and I just go, "You excited for the podcast?" He goes, "Well, I forgot all about it."
Oh my God.
And then I look straight ahead and then I go, "You forgot about it until like what? Like you just realized it right now?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right." I said, "How you feeling?" He goes, "I'm nervous."
I similarly, Bill, if it makes you feel any better. So my parents were going to come in this week. Some stuff came up. Unfortunately, they're not here. But my plan to my dad was I wasn't going to tell him until this morning.
That he was coming on the show?
Yeah. My mom told me that is the best plan of action for him. Otherwise, he would have been up all night the night before. Would have been so nervous.
Yeah, I just told him, I said, "Dad, you can't fail on this podcast. Like, there's just no failing."
You know how big this moment is for me.
Yeah. I'm like, the hay's pretty much in the barn. We just tell stories. We laugh a little bit.
I figured it's probably the point that I get discovered. So
Yeah.
But hey, Papa Team 6, happy Father's Day. We have a Father's Day episode. That's when everybody's watching, right? On Father's Day?
Yeah, this will come out the Wednesday before Father's Day. This is our Father's Day episode. Father's Day is this Sunday is Father's Day.
Okay.
This will come out. Yes.
I got to get the brain
Too much
operating.
info.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of dad brain happening. Do you want some?
Absolutely. We may need to pass that around as each dad is introing themselves.
Yeah.
Bill, you mind
This is just
giving
some
me a boost?
creatine gummies we like to boost for our dad brain.
Woo!
But happy Father's Day.
Sour peach.
PT Sickos. This is obviously a show where we embrace the love and suck of fatherhood. On this special episode, we're going to have our dads join us for a Father's Day episode. You just heard from my dad, Billy C. We can now go around the table. We can go around the ring and get the dad introductions. We sadly do not have Papa Sherm. I hate that Papa Sherm. Papa Sherm, if you are watching, I love you. I miss you. I know you had something big pop up, but we do miss you dearly here. A lot of FOMO not having Papa Sherm on. Chef, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, I'll kick it off. This is my dad, John. I'll let him take it away.
What's up, PT Sickos?
Yeah.
Getting this thing going right. Jack pretty much said it all. John, aka Chef Senior, the man who taught him everything he needs to know about cooking. Some things he didn't. It's great to be here. Happy Father's Day, everybody.
Hey, you are 100% his dad.
It took about 2 seconds of him coming around the corner when I showed up this morning, and I go, "Yeah, there's no
and almost
mistaking
just
it."
the angle that they speak to where it's almost like a 10-degree angle down.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and
The delivery of how they speak.
and it's not the same voice, but it's the same cadence
Yeah.
and accent.
It's like a voice that gets on top of the voice to deliver the message.
Yeah, there's no hiding it. I mean, that's my boy. I'm his daddy. Loving it.
John is the father. He is the father.
They came in the door and Chef goes, "Derek." Then I hear a little bit of a deeper voice, "Derek," in the same tone and stuff. I was like, that's so sick.
So sick.
This is Chip. This is my dad. He has been PR trained. He had his own podcast at one point, so he knows what not to say and what to say. He's very ready for this moment. He's been thinking about it all morning.
So he's a podcaster.
He has had a podcast called Chip Off the Block, where the two of us did a little pod, and he was Thoughts from the Bench, like my fake company back in the day. He was our head of HR.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Chip. I'm Derek's dad. I am not podcast ready. Thanks for having me, guys. This is great. Let's have fun.
Let's have some fun. This was something we put together because we're having a dad combine in Nashville. We're busting with the boys. We host this dad combine. We have all the guys in the shop. We fly our dads in, we get our dads in, and we just have a day with our dads. We capture it on film, have some content, have some competitions, some trivia, a lot of different things that just shows. Basically, it's an excuse to get our dads to town and hang out with them for a day. We feel like it's sick. We do it every year. This is our fourth, I believe, dad combine, third or fourth dad combine. And knowing that we were going to have them in town, that they were going to be in the night before, my dad drove in last night. Chip, you got in yesterday? Last night. Chip got in last night. John, you drove here. You probably allowed him. Did you allow him to drive your truck?
He said he would drive on the way to Taylor.
Okay, you're splitting time. Yeah. But we figure let's get the boys in. Let's get the dads in for a podcast, a dad pod leading up to Father's Day. So here we are. Do we have an opening question? I know there's a lot we're feeling each other out.
Maybe jumping into Deke.
I would love to hear Mr. Compton's take on the vacation that just happened. We just got off an episode where you were talking about how awesome the vacation was. I want to hear from the old man.
I mean, I had a great time. It was, it started out with a smart ass video that he sent me, but it was helpful. I found the place and, a couple days of sun and, white sand and, playing with the girls, and I don't get to see them as much as I'd love to. And, it was just a great family time.
I sent him the video because my dad struggles with just general direction.
A little directionally challenged.
So
Aren't we all his dad?
We made a lot of friends though.
We were already headed down to the beach, so he was going to fly in and operate kind of like on his own to get into the spot.
Yeah.
So I went out to like the side of the road and I was like, all right, you're going to be coming from this way. Uber's going to drop you off right here. As you get dropped off right here, when you see this gate that goes up and down, you don't need it to go up. You can just walk around the gate because it was a car gate.
Perfect.
I was like, you don't need to go up and down. You just walk around the car gate. You're going to walk in. It's going to be literally the second door on your left. We're going to walk in here. Here's the letters. Here's a B. You're going to see a B and a, 27?
37.
B37 right here on the garage. Uh-huh. That's the place we're going to be. You walk around. Here's the front door. I'm going to leave it unlocked for you. You walk in the house, you bang a right, straight down the hallway. I'm going to walk down the hallway for you. This is your room. Whenever you get set up, I walk out the front door and I point down the driveway that we're on where you can just walk down toward the beach.
Yeah.
I'm like, Dad, just all you have to do is walk straight. Right down there, we're going to be on the beach. You will find us. I'll even send you a photo from where we're at for when you do walk down. Had them completely set up.
Bill, and how did that process work for you when you arrived? Did you have the video out and you just followed it to a T?
I had the video out, yes.
Yeah.
I think I watched it once before I attempted it.
Yeah.
And it was B37. B37. B, one letter, two numbers.
Yeah.
And this is a man. How many times do you think you've been to the beach?
Because that's what he said on the video.
He did say that.
He said that.
He said B37.
Yeah. Two numbers, one letter. Yeah.
How many times in totality have you been to the beach in your life?
3.
Counting this weekend.
Your mom and I went to the beach before we were married in Pensacola.
Oh.
And then the other 2 times were with us.
Yes.
In 30A.
Yes. Yeah.
Was right there by Pensacola.
Yeah. My old man, he's not like, he doesn't go out to the water a whole lot. So he gets down to the beach.
Yeah.
And immediately shirts off. You can see he's lost like 60 pounds over the last, year and a half, 2 years?
2 years. Yeah.
And he comes to the beach chair. And man, he gets the shirt off. He gets ready to go. I'm fired up because I don't really see my old man without his shirt on. Not since like back in the day when he's hitting the most muscular and everything else. But he gets the shirt off. He gets on the beach chair and doesn't put on any sunscreen and just lays out and sunbathes for like an hour. And I'm thinking I'm going back and forth in the water. And I'm like, I'm guessing he put on sunscreen at the beach house before he came down here. So toward the end of the day, I'm like, I get in, I think I'd get done showering and my dad's like, I'm sunburnt to hell. I'm like, did you put on any sunscreen? He's like, I didn't for the first hour. I did kind of after I laid out. I was like, oh, yeah.
That wasn't a part of your video, Will, in his defense. Like the video should have said sunscreen, buddy.
Dad, here's sunscreen sitting on the bed. Lather up in it.
Oh, man.
Stephanie asked me, "Do you want some? Let me put sunscreen on you." And I said, "No, I want to get a little bit of sun."
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can get a little dark,
I don't blame you.
And then the tingling started happening. Felt like the skin was getting tighter. I thought maybe I'll put some sunscreen on now.
Well, with
A little too late.
with the weightlifting and the most muscular background, I feel like the SPF 5, like the tanning lotion, that might be the move. Because if you keep on hitting that SPF 5 repeatedly throughout the day, you build a good tan and you don't get burned.
Build a good tan, build a good base.
Yeah, well, back in those days, it was paint on tan. You know what I mean? Spray on tan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So just before the competitions is when they rolled it out.
You coat, yeah.
He had a little rat tail in the back.
Golly.
In our garage,
Those
and
were the
it'd just be a
days.
blow up back when he used to compete. And he was stacked.
How do I am starting to witness the grandfather's superpowers with my own daughter, Scarlett. She will be held by anybody, but when my dad holds Scarlett, it's crazy how she can just sit there and not have to play with the thing, not have to move. She's so happy in his arms. Do the superpowers translate with Rue and Scodzilla?
Well, Rue does a lot with me. I mean, we're playing this morning. I mean, she's grandpa, and then I feel
When he came in last night, we had to keep it. Charo had to shush him.
Yeah.
To not talk too loud because he came in right as Rue was going to bed. And it was one of those nights where Rue kind of came out of her door to make sure I was coming up to lay with her and scratch her back or something like, hey, mama, can you tuck me back in? And she's like, I just tucked you in. And they're on the stairwell. Grandpa's sitting on the chair and Charles like shushing him to not talk so that way Rue can't find out that Grandpa has arrived. Because then Rue would have been up.
It would have been Christmas morning.
Yeah. I remember the first time my dad came to visit when we had Rue. You remember this? And I hand Rue to him. Hey, can you hold her real quick? I remember he just holds her and sets her on his knee. And then I think she was being fussy, right? And I'm like, well, Dad, you got to do something with her. Like, give her a little rock, give her a little, like, play with her a little bit. He's like, hell.
I'm not the greatest with babies.
That's okay. Some of us are.
You feel like, you're going to do something wrong. You're going to hurt them or something, what I mean? It's just,
I think it was said best by Delaney Walker at Taylor's pool party, where I was just looking for a free hand to tighten the screws on Scarlett's bottle. And Delaney happens to be the closest guy to me. And I go, Delaney, hey, do you mind holding Scarlett just for a second? You go, I don't do other people's kids, man. And it's nothing against you. Like, I just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, all right.
I was a little squeamish at first about Will, what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they handed him to me in the hospital, wanted to know if I wanted to cut the cord. I'm like, no. But I cut it, and I didn't get it the first time.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, Is there anybody more qualified than me in there,
Yeah. Wait, so Will was the firstborn?
Oh, yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
That could be a really fun, just kind of going through the story of like delivery day with each one of these dads. What was it like becoming a dad?
It was great. I mean, it was the best feeling in the world. I always say that's when life begins.
Yeah.
Is when you have your first son. Let's get off the emotional stuff today, guys.
Okay.
I've been watching too many of these episodes, and we're not going there today.
We're not crying.
And you don't
just
have
us with our dads.
This is a fun day.
And crying's a choice. Crying's a choice. Do we have any stories on y'all's end of delivery day for your boys?
I remember Jack. I remember both boys, but Jack especially was made a big entrance. We waited forever, of course, and then he decided. I think it was 3 a.m. water breaks, and we're living up in Plano, Frisco area.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm dad mode ready, man. I mean, the shit's packed, ready to go, camera, everything. I'm like, let's get in the car. We're doing 95 miles an hour down the North Dallas Tollway.
Oh,
So I call the Grand Prix, basically.
I was about to say that's a fast one.
You've been
at 3:00 in the morning.
So it's wide open, and I'm pushing 100 miles an hour. She's telling me slow down. I'm like, oh, I got it. It's just full panic mode here too, which I said I wouldn't do. But I did. And we get there, and then we wait, right? So then Jack's not ready. So we had this guy named Dr. Carlos, who was the chief of surgery there at the hospital, and a great OBGYN. Turned out to be, by the time Jack was being delivered, he said it was the hardest delivery he's ever had in his life. They had to take one of those suction, and I don't know if I would allow this to happen again. Like, looking back, if I could go back and change anything. You ever see Jack with a little bit of a cone head? There's a reason for that, all right? That wasn't natural. But Dr. Carlos straps on this suction cup looking thing and literally puts, I don't know if you can say, yes, and wedges him out.
And you're just standing there on the side of the bed.
My mouth is open. I'm thinking the poor wife, just going through it, and I'm trying to do all I can to just encourage and stay the hell out of the way.
The doctor pulls out a plunger. And
Ultimate catcher's mitt.
We're gonna get this boy out of here.
I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, this is scaring the hell out of me, And eventually, he got it out, and he just like shaking his head. He goes, because I've been doing this for 24 years. He goes, that was the hardest delivery I've ever done in my entire life.
Come on, Chef.
Yeah, Chef.
Straight to the NICU, baby.
How was he? Was he a big baby?
Pretty big. Yeah, pretty big. It was big boned, we called him. Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
Good frame.
Good frame. Still have back issues from carrying this boy around half of Texas.
That is a chef entrance to the world.
It was a delivery to remember. Wherever Lisa is right now, thank you, honey. You're amazing. You're the best.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yes.
Thank you, Lisa.
Blessings to you. Great job. So it's a wonder I talked her into a second one somehow, but we did. So a few years will kind of make you forget things over time. So Chip, I'll pass it over to you, buddy.
Okay, thank you. Derek was our second one, so I was well prepared for all the things in the operating room there, Sherm. We knew what he was. We already had his name. He was pretty simple.
Easy birth.
Yeah. I mean, if you can believe it, he was actually the smaller of my two boys coming out. We like to tease him that the Schwann's man had something to do with it.
Both my parents are 5'5" and I'm 6 foot.
Hey, Derek, we're talking the Schwann's truck.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We used to get Schwann's all the time.
Dude, we
did.
That yellow truck that come by?
Yeah.
Yo, that's hilarious.
We
forgot all about
we
that.
were a one-income family, and we were eating Schwann steaks, and I always wondered why.
You're welcome.
Hey, and I did notice that when I came in, I was like, hey, Deke's got height on him, and I met your brother as well.
Yeah, about 5'10"
Yeah.
on a good day.
Come on.
Chip, were you a sports guy growing up?
To a degree, yeah. I
To a
mean,
degree?
softball.
Like when you're the second older brother.
Yeah, my older brother's about 4 years older, so we both played soccer and things growing up. My dad was more of a pool shark as a kid than a sports player, but
So on that, we have dads, and it's so many boys in the family. For you guys, what was the degree of wanting your boys to be athletes as they're growing up? Like, as you have the first and second, like me, Cody, obviously Wyatt came like 6 years later. But when you have a couple boys and you're kind of observing from afar, like, this is going to be my athlete. Like, what was your position with Derek on you thinking he's going to be athletic? What was your position on Chef thinking and wondering if he's going to be athletic?
I guess my position was, I wanted him to play something. And, get him into as much as he can, throw it on the wall and see what sticks. He tried baseball. He wasn't very good at baseball. Basketball. He tried hockey once. I only had to pay for one session of that.
Did you cry?
I cried my ass off. That shit was hot and hard and stupid, and the big guys were mean.
He came up to the glass. His face was so red and puffed out inside that helmet. I was like, yes, I don't have a hockey player. Because hockey's expensive. I knew. So then one day I came home and his mom said, hey, I signed you up to help coach. And I was like, okay, fine. I'd done basketball. I'd done baseball. I said, what is it? She said, soccer. I don't know a damn thing about soccer, but I knew it was cheap. All you had was cleats and the shin guards. So I said, let's go with soccer. But that seemed to be the one that stuck to the wall. That's the one he played through college. So, I mean, it was a good choice. But yeah, I wanted him to do something.
Yeah.
Something sports.
And then he chose the most expensive position in soccer, goalie.
Yeah. You know why? Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
We moved from one age bracket to the next, and I told the whole group, I said, okay, guys, I need a goalie. We're driving home. Derek says, Dad, I'll be your goalie. I was like, okay. Little did I know, he thought goalies didn't have to run.
Got 18 yards. That's it, huh?
Ugh.
Don't got to do anything else.
Ugh.
Well, that's not the case.
Yeah.
But that's why he's a goalie.
Oh, I love that. Not with Coach Wyden. Goalie's running.
Yeah, they did. Chip also holds a record for getting kicked out of my games the most out of any parent in our entire youth organization.
Oh, Chip, you were like that on
He
the
tells the ref,
sideline.
oh, yeah, you can kiss the whitest part of my ass collectively across the board. Other teams would be like, whose dad is that? I'm like, I don't know, but he's a fucking douche. I don't know whose dad that is. That
Well,
guy
he
sucks.
started off explaining like, I wanted him to do something like, okay, he seems like he's anchoring on. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. He's not the competition part. Like, I just want him to do something. But hearing that he gets kicked out of games, it seemed like the competitive juices were flowing.
I've only gotten one red card. Okay.
Okay. Oh, man.
But I did take a red card.
How about you, Papa Chef?
Yeah. Chip, I just want to say I was passionate as a parent as well, too. And I used to tell myself I'm going to behave, and
Yeah.
something would happen and kind of just, kind of get me going. So I can relate to that. We were the same way, like, hey, you're doing something, we want you to be involved in team sports, want you to learn how to work with others, that kind of thing. But deep down, there was a vicarious kind of element to it, wanting my kids to be an athlete and play sports. We started off Jack in soccer, and I played soccer, so it seemed like the natural, first start. We did a couple other tests. Yeah, we did all the kind of the basic sports. Football, I think we did a Titans camp for like a day, and it must have been 110 degrees outside. And first time, maybe the only time Jack's had pads on, and he's lined up against like a 210-pound fourth grader. And
the only time he's
Gavin
been
Ballou. And Will, he was probably like a mini. I mean, this guy, I grew up with him. His name is Gavin Ballou, if you're listening. In like 7th grade, he was like, I think he maxed out. I don't want to throw Gavin in the bus. He's like 5'9", like 180 in like 8th grade. The dude was
Yeah, it's a
huge.
big boy.
And he knocked the wind out of me. And then they never instead of getting like the get your ass back in, they were like, oh yeah, you don't have to play. So that's how I never ended up playing.
So that's the only time you had pads on in your life.
Yeah. I didn't
Which
play.
is
I didn't play
surprising to
long.
me how much of a Tennessee volunteer football sicko you are.
Yep. I know. There's a
Did you know how far apart are you and your brother?
3 years? Like 3.5?
Who is the better athlete, Papa Chef?
I would say, on paper, Jack was, I would say Grant was probably a little more athletic soccer player overall, but Jack had just as good of a career. Yeah, I mean,
Papa Chef, just the haze in the barn. Like who?
the haze in the barn,
yeah.
it is what it is. That's I have to be careful there a little bit too, but they're both good athletes, very different athletes. Jack was kind of that big brawny guy. Grant was skinny as a rail, but pretty nimble.
When they're both like toddlers coming up, which one were you like, oh, this is going to be the...
I thought Jack at first. I mean, Jack was just stronger, bigger, and kind of had that vibe. And I mean, it's like any parent. I mean, if we're being honest, it's like, hell, I'd love for my kid to play in the NFL. I mean, that's that's got to be a dream, for that's what every parent wants. And then at some point you start to realize that you see the writing on the wall, like maybe it won't be, maybe it's college, still could do college, right? That's still in play here.
Jeff or Jack.
Yeah, and that starts to fade. And then it's like, well, maybe high school is fine. High school is good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Get the varsity team.
I'm sure you'll be very successful professionally and something or other after that. So you kind of start to step it down with expectations versus reality as time goes. So
Chef, I love how you kind of got fired up when he said when you guys were coming up, he thought it was going to be you.
Well,
and then it sounded like little bro not only closed the gap, your dad had to rebalance expectations. Your thoughts?
I'll give my little brother benefit.
I don't know what
I'll give my little brother the benefit because he was a very, very late bloomer. It wasn't until like senior year of high school he grew. He was like, 5'7" going into senior high school. He's 6'3" now.
Oh my god.
He's taller than me.
Oh, damn.
So now like when he comes home, we'll get in fights. And I beat him up a lot as a kid so he learned to be scrappy. And now he's 6'3" and still like really scrappy, like not a guy you want to like. No, I mean, I'll still kick his ass. But,
did Papa Chef say Jack doesn't want it?
He said he didn't want it.
He knows what he's starting to. I'll see him soon. No, I won't lie. My little brother is like, I can't say it. He's a motherfucker now because he just grew up really scrappy and now he's bigger than me. So he likes to get up. He'll try to bow up on me. I'm like, hey, dude, I'll die right now to prove that you.
Then Dad's got to step in.
A lot of pride there. Hey, we're going to be together this weekend, so maybe we could have a little match or challenge or whatever you guys want to do.
For Father's Day.
We'll settle this once and for all.
I like it. Bill, what about you?
In what respect?
In the respect of getting Willie C, because I know he did a lot of travel ball growing up. Was that an expectation that you had of wanting him to be in sports? Obviously with your weightlifting background, but was it something early on you're like, hey, Willie C's kind of got it?
Yeah, I mean, I feel that I was very objective when it came to the kids. But with Will, he just seemed more advanced than the other kids.
Yeah.
The way he moved, and things. And he always had pretty good size, for a kid. And then once we got into the youth football, he was, after we got going in high school and stuff, he looked like a man playing with young guys. You know what I mean?
And he's a September birthday, and you graduated in... You're born in...
when was I born?
Born in 89.
I was born in 89. Graduated in 2008.
Yeah, so you were in your grade. He wasn't even old for his grade. It wasn't like you were an early bloomer.
Yeah, I was like on the earlier half.
Yeah.
Like old for the grade was more like June.
Big time.
Yeah.
But no, I think that, all the kind of the boys picked what they wanted to do. I mean,
He wanted us to do all the sports.
Yeah.
Like it was, you were hard on us.
I was hard on you, but I mean, like if he says, I'm going to play football, then I'm going to be behind Dad. And, if he's going to train, we're going to train.
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
he'd come in and I'd be playing video games and he'd get on my ass about like, we need to go outside and train. And I'd be like, fuck. Because we go out there, he'd have me doing walking lunges. I'll be doing these duck walks with a bar on my back when we had like an incline back in the back alley.
Yeah.
And I'd be like doing these duck walks, ass down to the ground, just duck walking up the alley.
At what age?
And I'm talking like box squatting, but like box squatting to make sure you get your depth to where you go down and you're like sitting back and then coming up.
And you kiss it.
Yeah. Like, because I mean, he had a background in strength training.
Yeah.
In bodybuilding and everything else. And he was just big into that world. I remember we would order these VHS tapes, DVDs of Joe DeFranco, who's very well known out in New Jersey for like testing and just a training regimen that he'd have me on fairly young.
Yeah.
But the hard part, and I know I was always very good at football and I was solid at baseball. He didn't care as much for baseball. Wrestling was the sport growing up because it was kind of like all year round, and I wasn't near as good as Cody.
Yeah.
Cody was a stud pretty much from the get-go. Cody was 6 years old and placed, what, 6th in nationals?
5th, yeah.
5th in nationals, like his first year wrestling.
How much younger is Cody than you?
He's a year younger than me, 18 months younger
Was
than me.
he able to take you like at all?
I was always bigger. I mean, at wrestling?
Yeah, wrestling.
When we got older, like he would have beat me. I don't think we ever wrestled.
Okay.
But I know awareness-wise, like high school, Cody would have beat me.
Damn, so he had it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it could have been tight because I was bigger and I still like knew how to wrestle. But Cody was very, very good.
Bill, what did that year look like? I forget what grade it was when y'all pretty much had to force Will to wrestle.
That was his junior year of high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just for the dads, I had to wrestle or I was grounded all winter.
I mean, it seemed like a fair deal. So, you'll wrestle.
And this is in
you
high
won't leave
school
the
when I
house.
was nice at
I think
football.
we're all Team Bill on this one.
It worked out.
How did that work with you coaching any of his teams and / some of that training that you did in the backyard and some of the wrestling work too? How was it coaching up Will?
Well, I mean, once Will got to high school, there wasn't a lot, I mean, it was like, dad's not your coach no more, type of thing.
He'd monitor like my training.
Training. Yeah. I'd make sure that the, if they're not doing certain things at high school, that we're doing them, in the garage and things.
Yeah.
Getting the weak point type of training, But, no, I think, I guess I was tough on you since you always refer to that, but just like the junior year of wrestling, though, I knew that would help him
Build a lot of discipline.
which you can say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Built a lot of discipline.
His times, the pro agility, everything went up. I knew it was good for his balance, firing out of the hole.
Yeah.
I mean, wrestling hits your posterior chain like no other sport. And wrestling is about the only sport that I know of, and somebody can argue, but I see that as a sport that actually transfers to other sports,
Yeah.
And I felt that would help him because he had combine stuff coming up. This was the big year, his junior year. You start, that's when you got to start making a name, and scout and rivals and things like that. So we had these camps coming up, and it was like, there's no way we're going to hit that posterior chain like wrestling is during the winter,
And posterior chain, is that back all the way down to glutes?
That's everything you don't see in the mirror. Yeah, from the butt down.
Okay.
Lower back down.
The rule that my parents had to go off of everybody being Team Bill was if we didn't play a team sport, we would have to have a job, was what my parents told me. So like fully understand where you're coming from of like, if you're not involved in something with school, like my parents were like, if you're not going to be in a play and doing theater, you're not going to be on a sports team, you're going to have a job.
Yeah, like doing an extracurricular.
Oh, yeah.
It was the same in our household, and I kind of finessed them the spring before because I told them that I was going to play baseball, and then I just didn't play baseball because I had stopped doing track.
Yeah.
And then I stopped doing track after my freshman year, and then going into my sophomore year, I said that I would play baseball because if I didn't play baseball, like they wanted me to do another sport other than football.
Yeah.
Because I kind of just started focusing on football. And so when I finessed them, it didn't go my way.
Yeah. What kind of audience member fan were you? Were you vocal at games?
I think that's pretty common.
No, he was. Yeah. My dad was calm.
You seem like you would be.
Yeah,
he wasn't.
He like if he coached us in like little league, like he was like on the staff, but he was never a guy on the sideline like a Bo Pelini type. Yelling from the sideline, none of that stuff. It'd always be like 1-to-1.
Yeah,
if he
to the
to
side.
get something. Yeah.
If something needed to be said, it was pulled to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he wasn't like, even in high school, like when he talks about like monitoring my training, he was always very good about letting whatever staff coach, let them be the coach. And then I would just have to bring the programs home so he could look at them and then be like, we'll hit these things at home. but not in like a, he needs to go talk to the coach about this is what you should be
Yeah.
doing in your strength program.
That's very healthy. That's extremely healthy. It takes a ton of pressure off you and allows you to still operate as his dad, but be there to help as well.
Yeah.
Well, and I think when you're involved in wrestling like we were, you know, and travel the country, you know,
yeah.
with wrestling, it's different. You know, I mean, parents are, you don't see, I'll tell you what the worst was baseball. You know, parents getting crazy at baseball.
Baseball is crazy.
I mean, wrestling, it's one-on-one.
Yeah.
There's nothing mom and dad's going to be able to do anyway. You know what I mean?
It's going to get figured out on the mat.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think everybody was more chill at that, you know. I don't remember only a couple incidences where parents got crazy at a wrestling tournament.
Yeah.
You know, but so I think that helped with everything. You know, I mean, the training, everything, it's, you know, once game time, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know, there's no need in getting too crazy. So,
Yeah. Wrestling was number one in the household. Like when I refer to the tough love and everything else, there's a part of me that's like playing in college at Nebraska, playing in the NFL, being proud. I know he is.
Yeah.
I think of times where it's like football growing up, you only played in the RGFL. We had 6 games a year. Yeah. So even though I was really good, the sport that kind of took over, because it's not like he would go to my baseball games and watch, but it wasn't like an interest. He loved the physical nature stuff. He loved football. He loved wrestling. And so knowing that wrestling could be all year round, and we're talking travel wrestling, travel all around the country. Like Cody was, for wrestling people out there, Cody was a Triple Crown winner for like, what was it? Tulsa, Reno. There's another one.
Tulsa's a big one.
Yeah, Tulsa's a huge one.
Tulsa's a big one.
And
I know nothing about wrestling, but I know that.
And Cody was a stud. And I just wasn't. Cody was always a state champion. I was always like a silver. I would get silver. I'd get second at state or third. And Cody would always win. And I was like, I see Rue now. Like Rue's an emotional. She's shy. She'll be fast to cry. I do feel like I was like that as a kid, to where it would take me. I wasn't tough the way Cody was tough. So Cody, in my eyes, was always like the favorite child to my dad, because wrestling was just all year round, all the time. It wasn't until football came and we knew it was like my time to shine. But again, that's only like 6-7 games a year.
Yeah.
So in the other sports, or being good at baseball and wanting my dad to be fired up about baseball, it just wasn't. That was more my mom's cup of tea. Would you say that's fair?
well, now that you have 2 children, you know there's no favorites.
Ooh, what is that? What is that? That's a little Olipop. Guys, it's no surprise. We got our raspberry sherbet. We got our blackberry vanilla. And you may be wondering, Sherman, which one are you going to drink? Are you going to let Chef drink one? Chef's also here in studio. Is he going to drink one? All right, which I'll give Chef, you get to choose. Do you want raspberry sherbet or blackberry vanilla? It's a fabulous choice. He could not have gone wrong on these choices of drink. And don't. We'll cut that part. But he made a great selection. He couldn't have gone wrong. He chose the blackberry vanilla. I have the raspberry sherbet here. These are the 2 newest flavors from Olipop. They're absolutely incredible. Olipop has a long list of flavors, and I mean long. And you really cannot go wrong with any of them. I was just drinking watermelon lime the other day. Got to introduce one of our interns to the classic cherry cola. He was a huge fan. We're just a big fan of Olipop. It's a different kind of soda. It's good on your gut. It just doesn't, it has the taste without the, oh man, I just drank a soda feeling. Where you're like, that's like my second soda of the day, whatever, and you're kind of kicking yourself. I'm never kicking myself because it's only 30 calories, 6 grams of fiber, 2 grams of sugar. It's got probiotic. It's not GMO. Dude, Olipop rips. And if you want some Olipop, guys, they're actually throwing a really great deal right now. It is buy 2 cans. They will pay you back for 1. That's at any store, any retailer. Buy 2 cans. They will pay you back for 1. You just got to keep your receipt. Go to drinkolipop.com/BWTB. Drinkolipop.com/BWTB. You can send in your receipt there. They will pay you back for one of those cans of any 2 Ollipops. You could get the raspberry sherbet and the blackberry vanilla. You could get a classic grape and a raspberry sherbet. It does not matter. Mix and match it. They're at Costco. They're at a ton of your grocery stores locally. They're at your gas stations. You can get drink Ollipop, or you can get Ollipop anywhere. Also, go make sure to check out the soda aisles at Walmart and Target, because they're there too. They're everywhere. You can buy them online at Amazon. Guys, please drink Ollipop. We love you. Let's get back to this dad episode. Loving this dad episode. And happy Father's Day. We love you.
Yeah,
Right?
that is true. That is true.
and
Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know.
And Bill,
So-
that's a good segue into a question that I really wanted to, if we can, throw around to all the dads again, because that's a question that we get a ton on this show, is preparing for the second one. What is it like when you have the second one? How does that love translate across the board? Do we want to have all the dads kind of touch on their
Would
experience?
love that.
I mean, I don't know that I have the words to, but when it was just like boom, it's just part of the family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's all of a sudden now you have this other little entity, and it's part of you,
Yeah.
and usually like Will and Cody became very close quickly, and it complements everything else. I don't think there's any easing into anything. It's there, once your second one comes, it's you don't have to be ready for anything. It's, it just happens.
Yeah.
The feeling, the love, everything is there, So
How about you, Papa Chef?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it just came naturally as well too, right? You just dive in and you love them. You love them both the same, but yet you treat them, maybe the way you treat them was always a little different for me. Like I knew the buttons to push with Jack or what would work, and what wouldn't work. And same with Grant, right? Very different personalities is what we found out really quick with both of them. So one approach, and this is like kind of my managerial philosophy too, but one approach for one may not work for the other,
Exactly.
too. But as far as the way your kind of your overarching way you love and support and show love is consistent, right? And the same with the two.
Do you have like an example of pushing buttons for each of them? To where no, I'm not trying to figure out how to push chefs. I am.
I need some game.
Yeah, I am
think
naturally curious.
It's just like, again, more like that manager, knowing what motivates them, knowing how to get the best out of them. It was just very different for Grant versus Jack. I mean,
like
Jack,
what would
Jack, you
Chef
could
be
Jack,
motivated
you
by?
could be more direct and just kind of just tell them straight up, hey man, you need to get your head out of your ass, or you need to do this better, and just very direct. Grant, very sensitive. The way he received information was different, and he could clam up really quick. So I had to kind of just rethink my approach and the way I came at him, and to try to get him to do what he needed to do. But the way I, taught him that, and it was different, and just getting around it. Just the approach is different. But Jack, you could just tell him straight up, hey man, that ain't it. That ain't it, man. Stop that shit right now, kind of thing. So, yeah, that's again, just different approaches, but yeah, man, love is the same. And then hopefully, Jack, you feel the same, or you don't.
Yeah.
Is that, does that feel right?
He self-coaches
Chef,
him.
were there ever pockets like how I think back to times where I'm thinking Cody's the favorite? Like, are there pockets of time where you
dude,
felt like little bro
was-
was getting a little bit more favoritism?
My little brother can't do wrong. I still think that. There's still times, and I love Grant. We're like, of course, do like what all brothers do. We fight. We had a long period where we fought a lot. I would literally kill someone for this kid. I really mean that. But like, there are still instances where I'm like, they're both younger. Him and my mom are both younger siblings too. And I swear I've been on the side where I'm like, I can't get this one right. Grant is a very good-natured kid. I was, I think, very good. Like, I was serious in school, like never got in serious trouble, but I was definitely more of like getting into small things here and there where I get into trouble and stuff. So there was always like a part of me that was like, oh, dude, like the little brother can't screw up. And I feel like all I do is keep getting in trouble and stuff. But part of that was Grant also didn't get in trouble because he was just a good kid. And I was just being at times a shithead. So it's like, nothing to do but blame myself. But there was a part of it where I would sit there and be like, this mother, like can't do no wrong.
Yeah.
But
It is fun to hear both your dad and yourself touch on it, because just in the office, like chefs self speak and like self coaching, like you are hard on yourself, and I don't think like in an unhealthy way, but you very quickly will accept, like if you mess up on something, you're like, hey, I fucked this up and I'm gonna fix it and blah blah blah. You're on to the next. So it's cool to see how that translated of like you really don't have to kind of
to
beat around the
it.
bush with chef. You can tell him, hey, that didn't work and that broke, and he's like, well, then I'm gonna fix it. That's on me.
Yeah, like if our shop was a football team, I do feel like chef would be in my world, in my thought process, like much easier to coach.
Very much so.
Because you can just look at him.
You can.
And you already know he's beating himself up about it.
Yeah. And you openly will ask me with like edits and stuff, tell me if you see something, because I'll tell you right now, I already don't like this part and blah, blah, blah. Like that's fun.
How about with you, Chip?
I think our family resembles this family to my right here. My oldest always thought Derek was the favorite. He just, probably because harder on him, the older one, because of the way you had to try and get your message across to him, where Derek always seemed to absorb what you were trying to say. So when Chef's over here talking, I'm like, Yep. Nico's same way. Nico, it took him a long time to figure out Derek wasn't the favorite. It was just how you receive the message.
Yeah. I can see that too. Like when you talk about him trying to process the message, I feel that same vibe when you sit there and have conversations with Deke.
But no, I think your dad said it very good. This gentleman said it well too. I can't add a whole lot to it except for the fact that I can feel Chef's pain. Nico.
The one thing I had too is like I always felt like the expectations were larger on me. And so I was sensitive to the things because my brother was very talented at soccer, but and he got varsity, I think senior year and maybe junior year. And I came in freshman varsity starter. And so there were parts of it where I did excel past him in things that he kind of didn't have interest in. But because we were both playing soccer, like my dad would be harder on me because I always had the dream to play in college. Nico just enjoyed soccer. So as I got older, I realized the difference was he was being harder on me because I told him my goal. And my dad said, cool, if that's your goal, then get your ass outside and run. Like do this shit. Yeah. Nico would do things because he genuinely enjoyed doing them. And as I got older, like the relationship with Nico has gotten different where I'm just like, he's his own person. But you look at it as the younger brother and I'm like, well, we're both on varsity, but my dad's kicking my ass and I'm 4 years younger. Like this shit should be impressive, but it's not. Like none of it matters because I had told them I wanted a goal and they were holding me accountable to my goal. And so as you get older, you kind of see that perspective of it. But at the time I'm like, well, this is bullshit. Like, no, like I'm doing really well. Why am I not getting, oh, you want a cookie? Because you accomplished a quarter of your goal. Like that's where you get with age with it, which is cool.
Yeah.
I do have another follow-up question that's kind of a round table if we want to do that again. When I came in, it was Derek versus the printer, which we all know how the printer is at this office. Yes, Derek did win, but the printer can be absolute hell. And so Deke is knee deep in that printer, and it's just me and Chip sitting there, and Chip goes, a lot of his mom's coming out of him right now. And so I now ask everybody, and we could start with Bill. Bill, what are some qualities that you see in Will that remind you of yourself?
Well, I'd say the way he is with his people, the way the words I want just intertwine with people.
Yeah.
The way he can lead people. I see that part. I don't see, he doesn't have my temper, thank God. He's more level-headed,
He can get there sometimes, though.
I don't know where he gets that though, because his mother was pretty hot-headed too. But no, I think just the way he gets along with people and things like that, you know.
Yeah.
His ethic, you know, working out, you know, I see that.
Yeah.
You know, he trains hard, focuses on if he's got a goal, he's all in, you know.
Very goal driven.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think
It's very similar to the old man because I remember when he was bodybuilding and focused on training, like he'd be measuring his food. Like he'd have a little scale, measure his vegetables, measure the carbs, whatever meat, protein, all of that stuff. He would if he's focused on something, like he is 100% all in. And if he has a bad day, it almost takes him off. It almost takes him off the whole thing. Yeah. Where I feel like I have that with me too. Like if I have a couple off days or I enjoy a few days, it's like when I'd come home and you'd enjoy yourself. And then it'd almost be like the reset's happening, but then you don't want to fully buy back into the reset because you've already fucked up your entire structure. Versus having like an empathy and
it's
a
like the hell with it.
Yeah. Versus having like an empathy and a leniency to just be like, hey, just get back on the horse. The whole thing is upended.
Your planning, your ability to plan ahead on stuff that was one of the very first qualities that jumped out at me about Will. I treat Twitter and social media as when a funny thought comes to my head, that's when I post it. I've always done that. One of the first weeks in the office, Will comes up to me and shows me his phone and goes, look, I'm tweeting this right now about the Minnesota fans, and it's going to piss them off because Nebraska plays them in 2 weeks. They're going to start tweeting this. I'm going to have this plan to then hit them with that. Then that's going to, and fast forward a month later, and it went exactly how Will thought it was going to go. And I was like, people don't just that's not common. Like,
don't
people
talk about the planning ahead because my wife listens to this, so she'll be all
well, and we all have our facets of it. Yeah. We all have our facets of it.
I think another thing with Will, and it reminds me of myself though, is like, for example, I fully understand, you know, like working in a high tech world and integral pieces like that. But the small stuff, I don't even give it any thought, like changing the tires, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And he's the same way. He couldn't fix anything. You know, I remember one time Wyatt was talking about working on the car, you know?
Yeah.
And he looked at me and said, we didn't get that gene, did we? I said, no. But, you know.
Shout out PT Fix.
Shout out PT Fix.
PT6.
Oh, I love it.
And to swing back around, one thing I wanted to say, Chef had a good point about when you're in management, you can't manage everybody the same.
Yeah.
People don't react the way in it. I remember with Will wrestling, you know, I could go Mike Ditka on him and he would fold, he'd crumble. You know what I mean? Whereas Cody, that's what he responded to.
Yeah.
And it's to the point where we brought in who became another family member, Scotty Spidell. And it was like, here you go, he's yours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a high school wrestler and was just coming out of high school. And he had a gentle way with Will to where Will got very good at wrestling. You know, very good technician. But the way I approached him, and then full circle comes around, he picks Bo Pelini for his college. I look mild compared to Bo Pelini.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
That's such a good note. Yeah.
It's my daddy issues, man.
I was about to say, insert picture of Bo Pelini just.
Yeah.
We are running short on time, so we'll kick it off and keep on going around.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I mean, you guys have probably already just seen this. People have always thought Jack and I are just very similar, right? That's the observation with family, friends, casual.
Everybody
observers.
Watching right now,
the way you
guys
talk, the way you look, the way your mannerisms. But it's funny, like even our life paths have mirrored each other in a lot of ways. Like I feel like I know the mistakes Jack's going to make before he makes them. Think about the lull, the second or third year of college there, right? for example, which I had the same exact experience, right? So
Hey,
not casting
hand
stones
up.
here.
Same here.
I was kind of teetering and found a way, right? And got over that hump, and then
Yeah.
I was on my way with life. And it's funny, I see a lot of similarities, and people will say the same thing, whereas Grant's more like his mom personality-wise. But I think that probably mostly like just being socially at ease, I think is a trait, that Jack and I both possess together that is probably the most obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that answer.
I think Derek gets a quality of friendship. I think he makes friends really well, really easy, which I do, and my wife makes fun of me for it. And some of Derek's friends we make fun of too. But anyway, I think that's one of the things he gets from me.
This is my first time being with Chip in person. I had Chip's number by what episode number for you? Probably episode 4.
Yeah, earlier. I would assume the day I got hired.
Yeah, Derek approached me and basically said, "Hey, my dad, Chip, wants your number. He has a question for you. Is it okay if I give my dad your number and he texts you?" I go, "Yeah, dude. Like, definitely." I thought this was just going to be some one-off thing. Chip and I have a text chain.
And if we're talking about like me being sensitive, Sherm's like, "Hey, your dad texted me. I had a good episode last week." I'm like, "He didn't fucking text me shit."
And you did. I mean, he texted me really kind stuff. We have combo back and forth.
We do now. The original text was looking for where you threw your trash in the dumpsters.
That's right.
I wanted a dumpster finder, but what I got, I'll show you later, Will.
Yeah.
Does he know that story?
Will, so I give Sherm the number, and my dad's like, "Yeah, I want to text him and bust his balls and see if there's an app to find these
I
dumpsters."
forgot about this.
So I said, "Hey, Sherm, I need you to trust me." I was like, "My dad's gonna find it funny." We sent a URL link to my dad that was the funny image of the large man with his penis erecting out. And my dad clicked the link, and he said, "Well," he texted me. That's when he texted me. He said, "You suck." Basically, he's like, "I had that in front of coworkers, showing them the dumpster out
Is
the
this the San Francisco Chronicle?
Yeah. Which he was a good sport about, but Sherm was like, "I don't want to send this to a grown man that I've never met." I was like, "It's cool, dude. Trust me."
My face was truly a tomato because I was like, I've hardly spoken to your father, but if you think this is a good idea to send this and he'll laugh, I'll do it.
Yeah.
And now, hey, here we are.
Yep, here we are. And I laughed. The funny response was Mrs. Whiten. She's like, "What is that?" And I said, "Oh, Sherm texted me a dumpster app." I said, "Go ahead, open it up." She's like,
No.
"Oh my God."
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
she laughed
buddy.
like hell,
Oh,
Sherm.
no.
She laughed like hell.
It's just if anybody wants to know what we're talking about, San Francisco Chronicle image. Just put that in on Google. Yeah.
No.
MT6, you don't have to do that.
MT6 don't do it.
Yeah.
There's dads already out there laughing that know what we're talking about.
They go, "Honey, don't look that up."
They got me with the link again. I have one final question, and Chip, we can start with you. We're all obviously grown up now, and we're having our dads on this podcast, which I think is unbelievable. I love that this is happening. When you think back in fatherhood, what is something you feel like you wish you would have done differently? Knowing we all love each other, we're all connected, we're all glad and pumped about where we're at. But just for any dads that are in it right now, even for us, like what is something we should be more conscious of that we might not see, that you would go back and be like, "I wish I would have done this a little bit different"?
On a lighter note, not taking as many red cards. But I think maybe I let my passion into what he did go too extreme. I think as I get older, I think my passion should have stayed more like your dad's. Keep it to the sideline. Keep it to us. Because I know, and I watch youth soccer a lot, and I know a lot of people are like, they think they're doing the best for their kids by trying to be in the game. Let the game be itself. Let the kids be the game. Not that I was the most terrible person ever, but I could have been a better person. And I think that's something I would change.
I love that.
It's a great answer, dude.
Gosh, there's probably a long list of stuff, but since we're running out of time here, I think I would have been harder on them in terms of accountability and building routines, even on a daily basis. That's probably where my personality works a little bit against me. Probably a little too nice at some points, works against me as a manager at times as well too. But I think just driving that accountability from making your bed and doing this and not letting it slide. And there's probably things I let slide over time that I look back and go, yeah, that was a mistake. Is that fair?
I know. My parents didn't make me make the bed either.
Yeah, I probably should have beat his ass more than I did.
Well said. Well, thank you. That's summarized perfectly.
No. I think I could have been a little more understanding, a little less hard on him than I was. And I think, I could have set a better example, just all the way around. That'd be a whole nother show for tell the dads out there what the hell not to do. But I'd say be more understanding and, having just enjoyed the moments a little better.
Great answers all around. It's 9:09 right now. We need to wrap. Is there any final message real quick that all the dads would want to say to their son? Proud of him, love him, anything like that.
We ain't trying to get it. We ain't trying to get emotional.
You don't have to.
Man.
What did I tell you?
You don't have to. You don't have to.
I will say I did when I did stop playing football, I did a podcast with Ben Newman on bussing, and my dad had a message at the end of it that was a surprise to me. And so he, at the very end of that episode, he just articulates. He's sitting on the back porch and just like speaks to me through the camera. If people want to know, if people would love to hear what he said.
That is a great video.
We're emotional guys, man. Even listening to dads talk about their son. Do you want to say anything about Chef? I will cry.
I won't go there, but I will say this, that we didn't. It's been a great year with Jack. Like, we've gotten to reconnect over the last year. I mean, he was in Knoxville for 5 glorious years, and but we didn't get to see him. And obviously, he changed so much. And he comes home. There's an adjustment period. We're getting to know each other. He's staying with us, save some money. Right, we know all that. But I think the thing that's impressed me the most is his work ethic. He's really shown us a lot. Like, he's the first one out the door. He's the last one to come back in. And he's coming home and working, and he seems to enjoy it. I think that's the best. We're the most excited for us is he seems passionate about it and he enjoys it. And I, of course, told him, I said, hey, very few people get that in ever in their career, and you have it in your first job. So you've got something special. Give it everything you got. And he has. He's taken it and run with it. So I think Lisa and I are probably most proud of that, just to see the work rate and see the energy he's putting into it.
Oh, that's a
good word.
One, man.
That's a good word.
That.
I guess what I'm most proud of is the fact that I wasn't all keen on the move to Nashville from Pittsburgh. I wasn't sure what was going on down here. I knew there was country music. That's all I knew there was in Nashville. Barbecue.
Come on.
Let's go Puckets. But what he's accomplished down here, and especially now the last year, these guys have really, I think he enjoys not only life, but life with work, life with home. I think these guys have done a great job with him. Thank you very much. His mother thanks you too. So I think that's what I'm most proud of, is the fact that he came down here on his own, did his thing, found you guys, and now he's happy.
My only thing I wanted to say before we wrapped is loved this episode. This was a ton of fun. Wanted to make sure that all the dads heard that y'all's sons are awesome, and getting to do this show with them is truly a blessing. This is a really fun environment to get to work in. and getting to know these guys and the stuff that we share on this show, it is heavy. Like there's a lot of tears. We've done a great job of avoiding them today, but being able to grow closer with them, get to know their hearts, and the PT6 community that's listening right now also getting to listen, I think that's why this show is successful. So just want to say to you guys, great job on raising these dudes, and dads rule.
Well, I don't think we could ever, tell our kids how proud we are of them that, words could even cover.
Yeah.
So
that's a sign off right there, man.
Hey, we need people. We need PT6 in the chat. Just put 3 hours sewed, 3 hours sewed, 3 hours sewed, because there's so many stories that come to mind that would make us laugh that I would want to know those types of laughing stories with them. Because man,
we have to do this again,
laughs, bro.
With
we
Papa
didn't even
Sherm.
get into. I've never won the title. Getting a shot at the title with the old man, that story. And we could do so much more. We got to get to the dad combine.
Yeah.
So we got to cut it short. But if PT Sickos out there, you want a 3 hour sewed, we'll figure out a way to make it happen.
We'll get you 3 hours.
We'll get you 3 hours sewed.
Dude, this was awesome.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Kind of sat down. I'm like, so are we doing a game? Is it like what the moms did on Mother's Day? I already knew my dad when he said that he was nervous and just realized he still had to do the podcast. I was like, fuck.
And we didn't even need the dad jokes.
Yeah,
Deke handed these out and said, if it gets bad, you just whip out the dad joke.
Yeah, I was.
Why wouldn't the sesame seed leave the casino? Does anyone know?
Why?
Because he was on a roll. Take out the trash. Have a good. Or do you want to hit one?
I got one. Every time I get to work, I hide.
Why do you hide?
Good employees are hard to find.
Oh, Bill?
It's my New Year's Eve resolution to all my friends is that I want to help them gain 10 pounds so I can look skinnier.
Why don't vampires like gambling?
Oh, why?
They get nervous when the stakes are raised.
Dads, do you guys have any dad jokes off the top?
I gotta save them for
It's okay if not.
Save them for dad combine. That's from Pump. Pump.
That's why
told us.
So you guys already have some.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be some later today.
I'll just to finish it off, I'll leave y'all with my dad's favorite dad joke. When people, I am Sherman Jr. Oh, yeah, these guys need to read. I'm so sorry.
Chef Senior.
Yeah, Chef Senior, go ahead.
I think I got a good one. Which superhero likes hummus the most?
Which one?
Which one?
Peter Parker.
Yes.
All right, take the shorter one.
Get him, Chip.
How do farmers party?
How do they party?
They turn up the beats.
Hey.
Come on, Chip. Are you kidding me?
Chip.
Are you kidding me? Deke, what do you got?
A cannibal showed up late to dinner. He ended up getting the cold shoulder.
Yikes.
Yeah, you like that one.
All right, we do have to wrap. We got to go.
Let's wrap.
We got to
Let's
go.
wrap.
Take out the trash.
Happy Father's Day. We love you. Dads, we love you.